And now, please welcome to the program the founder of Military Mutual and a veteran of the United States Navy, Derek Barksdale is here. Derek, how you doing, man?
I'm doing outstanding. Thank you.
Thanks for being here, brother.
My honor.
Now, you were obviously in the Navy. Lieutenant, correct?
Affirmative.
Should I call you Lieutenant from now on?
Derek is fine. Although that may add some confusion, being both of
I
those
was going to say,
Derek.
We're both Derek. Everyone's always like, Derek, and we're both like, huh?
LT, yeah.
I'll call you LT. All right, sounds
that'll
good,
work.
sounds good. So a lot of people have been seeing Military Mutual around. I've been seeing it around. That's how we met. I saw it. I was like, what is this? Military Mutual, what is it? Tell people who don't know about Military Mutual what it is.
Sure. Well, Military Mutual is an exclusive organization intended to empower military members and their families to make informed real estate decisions right alongside associate professionals that are just like them, military affiliates who have been through a PCS move, which is a permanent change of duty station, and allow them to do so with someone that's right there beside every step, ensuring they know what is to be prepared for.
And since you guys, the people who work for Military Mutual are either in the military or are in the family of those who are in the military, you kind of know what they're going through, right?
Sure. I look back all the time to a certain situation where I had someone who was out here. It was a spouse. Her husband was in Afghanistan, and she basically came out to view the homes that were prepared for her. And as I approached the home, the first home that we went to, she was in the car crying. She had her 3-year-old son that was in the back, and she was crying. And so I, kind of stepped off to the side, let her do what she was doing. And when she got out, she just informed me that her husband was extended for about 3 months in Afghanistan, and she had to go through this whole move herself. We made that, as smooth of a move as possible, just because of the fact that I know how that's been. My wife's been through that same situation, and she, to this day, still thanks us for what we were able to do, and I thank her for allowing us to do it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So you've really set out to help people who are in the military buy and sell their homes through the service that you provide, which is understanding of their circumstances.
Exactly. And, we're all in, being the fact that it is military exclusive. We have committed all of our efforts towards helping militaries and giving back to them.
Now, what's really interesting about the situation, because the way you started, right, when you were in the Navy,
Yeah.
and you were kind of like, you started looking at real estate and, you bought a house, right? Tell us your story.
Oh, wow. Well, it was one of those things where I say it was probably the worst thing and the best thing that ever could have happened. But as a young frocked E5, I wasn't even paid for it. I went out with my wife thinking that I could buy my first home. And when we went to purchase our first home, it was a guy who was in a new home parking lot, new home development. And he said, "Are you looking for buying a new home?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So he walked us in, signed us up, and then I start working with the development salesperson that was there. Didn't tell me anything about my VA home loan, didn't tell me what was there for me to utilize for leverage purposes, and I put $17,000 of everything that I had saved up at that point in time towards purchasing this home. And then I realized, at a later time when I went to purchase my next home, that the VA home loan was available to me and I didn't have to put any money down. So when that happened, then something kind of sparked me and said, if I don't know, who else doesn't know? And so that's when that quest to really help others really hit me, and we've done an amazing job, and we have a lot more work to do because unfortunately there's a lot more people that still don't know about that home loan benefit that they're
But you're doing events on a regular basis to help educate people about these things, right?
Absolutely. We have VA home loan seminars that occur monthly, sometimes bi-monthly, and what that goal is just to educate those individuals and really to let them know what their benefit is. And at the same token, they're alongside people who are just like them, once again, and they're informed on the VA home loan, how they can utilize it towards their benefit. And the most important thing is to have an exit strategy out of it. Because our people that join the military and come here, usually they're around for 2 to 3 years and then they get orders somewhere else. So if they were to buy a home thinking that, okay, in 2 years I could sell this for, a profit at all times, well, that's not thinking the right way. So if that exit strategy is, hey, I'm going to buy this home and sell it for, $10,000 more or $20,000 more in 2 years, it may be unrealistic. So we teach them about property management. We teach them about how you utilize that property as an investment. And one of the biggest benefits is that we actually do free property management for those people who purchase a home with us within 3 years of the time frame that they buy a home with us.
Wow. So if someone buys a home with Military Mutual and it turns out they get orders, they got to go.
Yeah.
Within a few months, let's say, or maybe even a year later, you'll actually manage the property. In other words, you'll rent it out for them. You'll provide that service for free?
For free, absolutely. And so the thing is to make sure that people don't get caught in a position where they feel as if I buy a home, I may have orders that come up, and then they are afraid to make that next right step towards home ownership. So we use that as a benefit for them to allow them to make that decision without worries. And so with free property management, as we provide it, it actually allows them to now look at things from a different perspective as an investment. And we've been successful with it. We have about 5 to 6 of our properties that we manage for free right now. And the people who are collecting their checks, they don't have to worry about the screening aspect. They don't have to worry about the other things that most homeowners who rent their properties out on their own have to deal with, because we handle it for them.
Wow, fantastic service that you're providing. I mean, that's
Thank
really
you.
amazing.
It's an
Now,
honor.
the thing about the VA loan, it is an amazing loan, okay? No mortgage insurance, 100% financing. It's always kind of been a double-edged sword though, right? Because it's so easy to buy a home that if someone gets into it uneducated, like you're saying, they might buy a house at the top of the market or right before they're potentially going to get orders, or when they have a reenlistment date or something coming up. And so it's a good idea for people who are in that situation to talk with you guys, because you know exactly what to look for. Of course, what not to do sometimes is the best thing to know to
Absolutely.
do. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, you're right. We've had people in both situations. We explained to them, if you were to rent this property out at this point in time, you may have to put $300 more of your money into it. But that $300 over a 3-year time frame to make $50,000 to $60,000 is better than going into a situation where you have to short sell or do something like that. So it really is just all about ensuring that they know all these different things, and we're never pressure sales. So we ensure that the people are ready to buy a home first and foremost before they actually make that move. And if they're not ready, we have programs and resources that actually set them up for success to make that next right step.
Fantastic stuff. MilitaryMutual.org is the website. Now, what I've noticed, or at least what I've been hearing, is that a lot of the people who are buying properties through you, through Military Mutual, they go and they buy a property, and then they go, hey, this is really fun. Can I do this too? Because you're actually getting a lot of people from the military who want to come and become real estate agents and sell property to other people in the military, because they know so many people in the military who don't know what they just learned.
Absolutely, absolutely. As we started off, Military Mutual is founded on the sole purpose of giving back. And it's not only for the clients who utilize our services, but actually for the military members who want to come in, either it be that active duty member, veteran, or a spouse thereof, to come work with us and help those other people to make that informed decision. So that being said, we have 12 active duty members who are actually within our organization. We have 42 agents that are here with Military Mutual in San Diego. And that being said, we also have spouses that are there. And so we're able to provide for them an additional income to come into San Diego, which is one of the highest prices to live, as far as the market is, and allow them to actually do something that gives back while they get paid for doing something that's very rewarding. And that is real estate.
That's a really good idea. I think most of us civilians don't think about that. But your paycheck's the same, right? If you're in the military, whether you live in, Missouri, where I'm from, or whether you live in San Diego, where it's super expensive. So I think that probably makes sense for a lot of let's say the military wives or the husbands who are at home.
Sure.
They probably need to supplement that income when they get orders to move to San Diego.
Very good point. Now they do have what they call BAH, which is a bachelor allowance for housing, which does increase upon the areas that they go to, but it's not enough here in San Diego because the cost of living is very high here compared to a Missouri or somewhere else. But the fact is they're able to come here, have some confidence with where they're going in life, and have that additional income to really help out while they're helping other people out. So like I said, we have 12 active duty members that are actually working with us, and they're not working with us solely for the purpose of getting money to augment, but really to give back to those junior sailors and some other people who just don't know those benefits, because of those 12, 6 of them were homeowners from us themselves. So they see the value in it. They say automatically, I want to get involved in this. I see what you're doing. I understand what you're about, and they want to be a part of it. So it's good all the way around.
Fantastic stuff. Derek Barksdale, the founder of MilitaryMutual.org. If you or anyone you know is in the military, active duty or veteran, looking to buy or sell a home, check out MilitaryMutual.org. Derek, appreciate your time, man.
Hey, thank you very much. It's an honor.
Thanks a lot. Stick around for more Smarter San Diego TV, where we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else, commercial free. Be right back.